All right, everybody, we are at the convention, the annual convention, and we are continuing our quest to interview our Gatorade Award winners. We've got our Max Cavanna interview in the bag, and now let us introduce our female Gatorade Award winner for 2023, and that is Faith Johnston from Parkview Baptist. Welcome, Faith.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Faith, look, I've been sitting here preparing for this interview with you and your mother for a little while, and it just keeps getting like more and more as I go on. So let's start off here. You're from Parkview Baptist, okay? You just won the Gatorade Award as a sophomore.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll get into your family in a little while, but let's talk about you.
Okay.
Let's go back to you as a young child. What got you started in this sport?
I think my family got me started because we're all so competitive, and I used to do multiple sports. I did triathlons, track, cross country, swimming, but soccer just really stuck out because I got to share it with my sister, and I really just fell in love with it at a young age.
For those who don't know, tell us your sister's name.
Yeah, my younger sister's name is Ella Kate.
Also at Parkview Baptist, right?
Yes, sir. She's 2 grades younger than me.
Okay, so that would make her 8th grade going to 9th this year.
Yes,
all right, we'll touch on that later. So got to play with her, everything coming up. What clubs did y'all play for?
We played for BRC, and then I moved to Florida, and I played for IMG for 2 years, and then I came back, and I played for LATDP.
So those 2 years would have been your 8th and 9th grade, you were saying?
Yes, sir. My 8th and 9th grade year.
What was that like, going away? So that was kind of like a boarding school, right? You had to go out there on your own, away from your family. What was that like for you?
I've compared it to college a couple times because it really is like a college experience. You go away, you're in your own dorm, you have a roommate, but it was just a great experience and opportunity for me.
So you come back last year, sophomore, to come play for a familiar coach, right? Let's tell us a little bit about Coach Rafi. You and Coach Rafi go back, don't you?
Yeah, we go back a long time. I've known Coach Rafi for a while. He was a coach at BRC when I was there. He is my high school coach. He's my club coach from last year. I've just always known him, and he's an amazing coach.
At Parkview Baptist, where your family is well known, right? So I guess we can kind of touch on that before we get to the Gatorade Award. Let's, because that has to come out. You know, anybody does anything, let's look up Faith Johnston. The first thing we're gonna see is about her family. So first off, I mean, you know, your mom, 7-time NCAA champion from Stanford as a swimmer, Stanford Hall of Fame. I mean, the genes are there, right?
Oh, they're there.
All right, so tell us a little bit about that. Your mom, growing up, a famous athlete. So what was that like?
No, she's been a huge role model. She has encouraged me and supported me in soccer and really just taught me everything I know about sports in general and like competing.
Right. And I'm sure she has a ton of life lessons for you as an athlete, especially a female athlete. You know, I mean, I don't know her age because she looks very young, but I'm sure she's had to overcome a lot of things that you won't as much because of women like her. So that was great to have trailblazers, especially like her and your family, to guide you and your sisters. You mentioned your sister. Yes, all right, so tell us a little bit about her.
Well, she is, as I said, a little younger than me. She has helped me grow as a soccer player so much because she has been my training partner since I've learned how to play soccer. She's pushed me out of my limits and really just helped me grow, honestly.
That is awesome because, you know, I couldn't imagine having a younger brother that close to me because I would have been that competitive too, to try to be everything like him. So you're leading the way for her like your mother has for y'all. So you're taking her under your wing, and I'm sure you have a younger sister, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about her.
Well, I have another younger sister, Samantha Johnston. She's 10 years old, and she is, I think, the best athlete in our family. She is strong. She has the best qualities of all of us together. I think she has learned from me and Ella Kate and our mother, because we've all tried to help her, become the best athlete and best person she possibly can be.
And before I move on to the Parkview Baptist this year, the special season you had one more athlete in that family besides relatives from before your mom, and that is your brother, who, oh, by the way, he's the quarterback, and right, isn't he getting college offers too?
Yes, sir, he is. He's a grade older than me, and he also plays soccer.
Right.
Yes, sir. He made All-State.
All-State soccer and a collegiate quarterback to be.
Yes, sir.
So there you go. So now we see the athletes in that family. I've heard even triathlon coming up a while ago and stuff. So it's amazing to hear this story. So let's move on to Parkview Baptist again. So we had the finals in Hammond, and I've been watching girls soccer coming up a little bit. I coach girls soccer now for a few years. So the upcoming of Parkview over the last few years, you've heard about University, then you had St. Michael, and then the Parkview. It's all the same district, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that was like the Division III girls district. Yeah. Then all of a sudden this year, it seems like y'all took another step, and now I know why, because isn't this the first year that y'all two have played for Parkview, right?
Yes, so this is me and my sister's first year at Parkview.
So already talented team added you two to it, and then we see what happened this year. So amazing game against Hannon, right? We were there, and I told your mom and you earlier, I said I think that was probably one of the best girls championship games I've ever seen. With all due respect to Sean Esker's loss in the final, because I'm sure that one was heartbreaking, but that was a really well played game, especially outside of Division I girls. That was a heck of a game. So take us back to that day. You and your sister prepping for that game at Southeastern. What were y'all thinking?
Oh, we were as a team in the locker room, just getting hype. I remember me and LK, we were doing our best to do what we did on a normal game day. And so we were passing the ball inside the locker room. We found one, passing, juggling, doing what we could. But really just treat it like a normal game is what we were going through our minds. Just play our best, encourage our teammates. But it was a great night.
At what point in that game did y'all go down by one first, or did y'all, it got tied, y'all came back and went up? Right, that's what it was. So y'all were up one, then y'all came back 2-1. I had to get my memory jarred a little bit there. All right, so when it went tied, when it went 1-1 and equalized, was there any moment where one of you had to step up? Maybe you had to step up and kind of carry the team on your back, you thought?
No, I think we all handled it perfectly. I think we all realized what was at stake, and we all said, okay, it's 1-1, let's go get another. Right. And we all collectively decided, okay, we're not tying this game, we're not losing this game, we're going to go and win it like we knew we were going to do before.
So that just comes from the experience of the coaching and the players like y'all that y'all didn't panic under that pressure and knew. And I think a lot of people think the deserving result was at the end. It was a great game. All due respect, Hannon played amazing, but it was a really, really well played female game. Like I keep saying, for any gender, it could be boys game, because that was the best game of the whole weekend. Boys or girls, it didn't even matter. That was the best game, and no controversy as much like some of the others. So that was good to see. You and your sister talk of the game. I think we also had is that the one that Forward has 51 goals also for y'all, Parkview?
Chelsea.
Yes. Got to talk to her after the game also. That was her senior year, right?
Senior year, she scored both of the goals.
Right. So it was an amazing game. You had y'all two that just stole the show. You had Chelsea up top scoring too. So kudos to y'all, and of course winning the Gatorade award. This shows that you were probably the leader of that team, right? So I'm sure you're being a little modest here, but I'm sure you had a lot of captaincy and they looked up to you. I mean, you had either captain or not, I don't know, but I'm sure they looked up to you and you led with example, just like Rafi did and your sister did, and I'm sure the other girls in that team that played for him. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Let's move on. So you've won the Gatorade Award.
Yes,
we talked about that a little bit earlier. How did that come about? How did you get announced as the Gatorade Award? Who told you?
Honestly, I didn't even know it was a thing. I was nominated by Coach Rafi, I'm assuming, and then Mom got a call, and I was like, hey, who are you talking to? And she's like, Faith, you just won the Gatorade Award. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that was a thing. But no, I just remember all the emotions running through my body. I was so grateful because it was such a fun year with all my teammates, and it's really, that's why I owe it to, is my team.
And the excitement after, you can see the whole school was. That crowd was amazing. Yeah. Rafi's little, go out. So then, like, you got the Gatorade Award. That just had to have been one of the most exciting things, to hear that. And you're a sophomore. So you've got 2 more years of this. So what does the future hold? High school, first of all. We didn't even talk about club LATDP girls yet. So what does the future hold? Just high school, and then you have LATDP. And you got your future to think about. So these next 2 years, tell us about it.
Well, the next 2 years for high school, I know that the goal is to win 2 more state championships. Because I know our team, we have strong enough people to do it, and we have a strong enough coach to do it as well. So
there's going to be a lot of expectations, right? Nothing you probably can't handle. You've been all over. You've been to IMG. Your sisters, I think y'all both playing at a higher level. Let's talk about TDP. You mentioned that both of y'all played for the same team this year, right?
Yes, sir. Me and Ella Kate had a year with our club that we both got to play U19. So she was playing 4 years up, and I got to play 2 years up, which was such an honor to be able to play with her for a year.
Right, and we kind of talked about the speed of play, and now this year y'all are coming back to your regular age groups. So, wow, look out, right? So, future, what's it hold?
Honestly, at this point, I am looking to go to college, D1, and my goal for myself is I want to go pro after that. I want to go to the highest level that soccer will take me.
And that's awesome, because you can look at your drive, you look at your work and your history so far. So you're getting what you deserve, and it's from the work ethic. I've heard the interview with your mom at IMG, and amazing interview, by the way. Just shows you were an 8th grader at that time.
Yes, sir.
So it shows your poise and your leadership at that time. But I heard your mom talk about how hard you work and never to get outworked. Mm-hmm. And as a coach, that's been my mantra forever with my team, because I don't get to coach a lot of talent a lot. So a lot of times our talent has to outwork anybody.
Exactly.
And when you have the talent and the genes that you have, and you work that hard, there's not much that can stop you. And so congratulations to you. I'm sure your family's thrilled. And look, this is just the beginning, right? You've got 2 more years. Your sister's got 4 more years. So we're going to be hearing the name Johnston quite a lot. And I think we got a 10-year-old swimmer coming up, and we got a football quarterback. So congratulations to you. This is about you. You deserve this. A great year, champion. And we look forward to seeing you the next 2 years.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Faith Johnston, Gatorade Award winner for 2023.